Hello everyone! It's been a long time since I've made a long-term video, so welcome back. It's been 8 months if you count the video I posted 8 months ago, which was a minute-long edit of The Legend of Zelda. If you don't count that, then the last long-term video I made was a year ago. So thank you so much for 150 subscribers. 1,050 subscribers. I to say 100 when I mean 1,000, and I've confused my family a lot with that recently because I'll be like, I got 140 subscribers, and they're like, don't you have 1,000? And I'm like, that's what I meant. Anyways, thank you. It means a lot. You have no idea. Moving on. Today I am going to be doing an in-depth video of my writing process over the years and how much has changed and my beginning projects over the course of like the last 5 years, so that's fun. Dad got me the sparkling water Starburst flavored thingy majiggy. I had it a while ago and I really liked it, and then I didn't have it for a long time and I was sad, and then he got it for me, so thank you, Father. Let's get into the video. The first thing I ever wrote that was like a big project was in this wonderful notebook that's kind of seen better days, but we're not going to talk about that. And the first thing I ever wrote, long and completed, was a musical. And the musical was about none other than Paper Mario, the Origami King, aka my life during COVID. So I wrote a musical about it, and it was really in-depth, and it had a lot of backstory to it, and Mario kind of wasn't there. Like, he was hiding in the bushes. Ollie and Olivia were the main characters of that story, and Mario was there like once. I'll sing the songs now if I tried. I have tried. I can't remember the tune. This musical in 2020, which is crazy. That was 5 years ago now. This is the first thing that I truly wrote, and my grammar was not good. I didn't even capitalize my I's. We're not going to talk about it. In the same notebook, I started a fan fiction for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And this was also in 2020. And it took up like over half of the notebook. And that was my other big writing project. Ended up finishing this notebook. Then I started this notebook, which is in much better shape. Half of it is blank, so that's probably why. I started part 2 in 2021. Okay, and it ended at the end. Short story. I cannot read my handwriting. Wow. This is my life for a while. I kind of was skimming through this and I noticed my grammar got a lot better in this, except I didn't know what quotation marks were. So you had to just guess when people were saying things, and that kind of still haunts me, but it's okay. That in my Link and Zelda phase. But like my Link and Zelda phase as a couple, and I wished they had been like a canon couple. As an 11-year-old, by the way, I forgot to mention that. And so a lot of it's like love. I don't know. It's interesting. It's so interesting. That like what I write from my canon couples right now is much better, because a few nights ago I wrote a scene where two of them were playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, just like as like kind of like a joke, like it was just silly. But one of them made the other get attacked by a bunch of chickens. So I don't know how much it's actually improved. That was a joke. It has improved a lot, I promise. My stuff is a lot more serious, just sometimes I have the urge to write my couples playing Zelda together and dying via chickens. Promise that's not what my books are actually like. So those are my first 2 notebooks that were big projects, and both of them were actually completed projects too, which I'm kind of shocked by because typically I don't finish projects. I've gotten better about it, but back then I was really bad. The next big thing was this Dearest notebook right here. And this is filled with songs. I wrote a lot of songs, and these songs were songs that I pretended that my cat sang, and that was in 2021. So that's great. I'd like to quickly add that phase lasted a really long time, like a few years probably, but it lasted in the sense that I filmed as my cat singing songs for like a really long period of time. Even if I didn't necessarily write new ones, I still filmed the old ones. And my old Sony camera has so many SD cards that I've filled up of me singing and being a weird little weirdo. Okay, this is the next notebook, and it's not filled up all the way, I don't think. Yeah, it's not. But this was in 2022. And in 2022, I had a 5-book series. And I said, hey, I'm gonna finish this 5-book series. Each of the 5 books had a title, by the way, before I even knew the plot. And I'm kind of jealous at my past self that I could do that, because I cannot make up titles to save my life. It is like the hardest part about writing a book for me. That's not the point. It was called Unstoppable Forces. I think it was fantasy. I had a character named Ivy. He was a minor side character, but he was like a villain, kind of, with a tragic backstory and redemption arc, and that's like how I remember him. But I loved him at the time as I wrote the first chapter and nothing else. It lasted a while. It is an unfinished work. I didn't even get past chapter 3, but it's good memories to have, and luckily my memories are in this notebook, so gotta keep that safe. And I digitally wrote another Zelda fanfiction that was better. Luckily, I knew where quotation marks were. However, I didn't understand how to like indent the pages and like to do different paragraphs per thing. Like, I didn't understand any of that. And like, I was 11 and 12 at the time, so you know, you can't fully blame me, but it just bothers me now that I know how to actually write a book. The thing that I forgot to mention about Unstoppable Forces is that it was my first ever work that had my own plot and my own characters, because before I kind of took the characters of video games and stuff. So that one was kind of like, not a landmark, it was a big part, it was like a big change in my writing career, because that was my first ever work that like had my own characters and my own plot, and it was original, and I came up with all the titles myself. So it's an important mark in all of my years of writing, which is nice, but again, unfinished. Next, we go to 2024. And in 2024, I started a Zelda fanfiction, and I know I've been doing Zelda fanfiction since I was 10, but this one is different. It had a developed plot, my own characters, a unique plot that wasn't actually in the video game. It's also unfinished, however, I could finish it anytime because I do know how it ends, and I could wrap it up because it's a short story. I have like 27 pages of it. It has 2 point of views. Link and Zelda's kids at the point of views. I ship Link and Zelda, guys, in case you couldn't tell. I love them, and I still do, even though I don't play Zelda as much. Like, I love them. I just kind of have put it on hold. The 6 characters in this short story that are my own characters, I am using in my other novels. So they did not like go to waste or anything. I love them so much. They are some of my like OG characters, because this was the first thing I ever like truly started writing. So I do still like, I still have them. They're still my characters. They're still like play roles in different books. It's just not in a fan fiction, and it's in their own unique world created by me. Then we move forward from the fan fiction, and we start into crazy territory. Okay, I created the fanfiction document November 7th, 2023, and I know I worked on it until 2024, but I think around Christmas I had an idea for another story. And then I kind of faded from the fanfiction, and like, I do still work on the fanfiction here and there. Like, I know how it would end, so I could write it anytime, but I've just been busy with other stuff. So, not long after starting this fanfiction, I had an idea for a medieval fantasy story, and it had 3 characters. They were like a trio, and it was a fantasy world with dragons. And basically, they had their own plot, and the 3 characters were Andrea, Castell, and Skylar. Not too long after that, I gave it a pretty big update, and it became a world in the sky with dragons. And it still had those same 3 characters, except Skylar's name was Archer. I don't think no one's going to think of that. They're like, oh yeah, you just changed your character's name. No, Archer has been with me for over a year now, and the fact that his name used to be Skylar I don't know. I don't like it. Archer fits him so much better. Like, I don't know. So it became A World in the Sky, and it was A World in the Sky with dragons. And that was A World in the Sky with dragons until December 23rd of 2024, when I changed it to be in this world, modern day, no dragons, just a very day-to-day kind of life setting. It's like they were there for a year, and I literally love that cast of characters so much. They are one of my favorites. I don't know if they're my absolute favorite. That's still debatable because I have a lot of characters that I love, but they were kind of my everything for so long, starting in the beginning of 2024, and then I was so used to them being in the World in the Sky, but then I was like, their story needs to be like a coming of age book, and like, just life, and that doesn't fit with dragons because the plot doesn't evolve around the dragons, so why have dragons? And then I changed it 2 days before Christmas, and it was kind of an amazing Christmas gift because I think where they are right now fits them so much better. It was a huge change though, and I was talking to my friend on the 23rd, and I was like, yeah, you know, I think they need to be in a modern world. I just kind of yapped for like an hour, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna change it to modern, and she was like, yeah, that fits. Thank you for listening to me, by the way. I know you're gonna watch this because you watch all of my videos. But that was crazy. That was a crazy night. I literally talked about that for so long. That wasn't even the point. It was supposed to be a side point. In fall of 2024, I created my first ever short story with my own first ever plot and my first own ever characters, and it was completed, and that was going to be the main point. Story was about my 2 characters that I have had now for 4 years. The medieval to dragon to modern day book, like those characters I've had for a year now, a little over. The power just went out, guys. How cool. The power went back on, guys. How cool. I've had these characters for 4 years now, and like I've had other characters for a long time, but they have been here from the start. My first ever completed short story, and it was a short story with characters that I came up with myself and a plot I came up with myself, and that's just really special. I apologize for my LED lights. They do that anytime the power goes off and they reset. It drives me crazy, but I don't want to go get the remote to change it, so we're gonna deal with it. In October and November, and then as soon as I finished that, I went to a different short story for Christmas, like in mid-November, because I was like scared I wasn't gonna finish it in time, and I finished it just in time. And that one was a Christmas short story with 2 of the characters that had the roller coaster of medieval to dragons, well, medieval dragons to sky dragons to modern with no dragons. They're in that universe. And that was my other second completed work with my own characters and my own plot. And now we are here today, and it's really exciting. Right now I am on chapter 4 of my main work, Iridescent Truth. I'm writing it as fast as I can for you guys. You guys love the video of Astra and Elio that I posted, and I'm just like, thank you so much. And I know you want to read it. It's gonna be a while. But thank you so much for all the support, and that means a lot. And I promise you, you will be able to read it one day. I will probably do self-publishing first. I thought I want to get a publisher so badly. We'll see what happens. But a lot of you guys are asking when you can read it and like if I'll get it published. And yes, I will get it published one day. I know a lot of you guys want to read it, so I would probably do self-publishing first, even if I do want to get a publisher for it one day so you guys can read it. I don't know how long it's going to take. I hope to finish the first draft and even edit it this year. We'll see how productive I really am. I promise you guys will be able to read it. I will probably post sneak peeks and stuff throughout my channel as I go along, so definitely look out for that. At one point I will figure out how to post the first chapter, like the link to the first chapter, because that's kind of like the opening thing that I give everyone. It ends on a cliffhanger though, so I don't know how happy you guys will be with me about that, but you know, you guys can read it anyways. I will figure out how to do that at some point, I promise. I'm just bad at that technology thingy, so I haven't done it yet. You guys are watching this video. It's almost 30 minutes long right now, and it's definitely not going to be that when you watch it because I have to edit it. But I yapped for a long time, so if you actually watched all of it, thank you. I love you guys, but you know, if I start talking, I don't stop, and one of my friends can confirm that for you. The ones that watch this can confirm that. They can put it in the comments because I know they watch these videos. Anyways, that has been my writing journey over the years, and what I'm doing right now is we'll be able to read my works at one point in our lives. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for 1,050 subscribers. Look, I said it right this time instead of 150. Whoa. And happy late Valentine's Day. And you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Maybe I'll actually make long-term videos from now on. Really making long-term videos consistently again? That girl left a long time ago. No, I'm kidding. I will try to post more long-term videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!